Clerk, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for the victims throughout the Midwest and the 6 victims that perished in southern Illinois. Clerk Golick, roll call.
Markovich.
Here.
Spitali.
Here.
Vanez.
Here.
Kalwinski.
Here.
Ulaki.
Here.
Higgs.
Here.
Emerson.
Here.
Enosa.
Here.
Opinker.
Here. Moving on to number 3, reading of minutes.
Mr. President,
Councilman Spitali.
motion to accept the minutes from October 28, 2013.
Motion by Councilman Spitali, second by Councilman Emerson to accept the minutes. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes pass. Number 4, approval of claims.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Markovich.
move for approval of claims to October 23rd through November 13, 2013 for council meeting November 18th, beginning with claims dated 11/1/13 and ending with claims dated 11/13/13, claims number 5348 through claim number 5677, with the amount of $5,993,681.79. I so move.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilman Markovich, second by Councilman Spitali to accept the claims. Is there any discussion on accepting of the claims? Any discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Markovich.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vanez.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Ulaki.
Yes.
Higgs.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Enosa.
Here.
Opinker.
Yes. Claims passed 9-0. Moving on, public hearing, 1350, an ordinance appropriating the proceeds of annual action plan and dealing with other matters pertaining to the expenditure of plan procedures for program year 2014. Public hearing is now open. Anybody that would like to speak on 1350? Now's your time. Anyone would like to speak on 1350? Public hearing is now closed. Moving on to number 6, communications. Any communications? Any communications? Any communications? Communications is now closed. Number 7, committee reports.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
Council as a whole will bring out 13-50 and also 13-51 under new and unfinished business with an intent to consider.
Any other committee reports? Any other committee reports? Hearing none, seeing none, committee reports is now closed. Number 8, ordinance, third and final passage.
Ordinance number 13-50, sponsored by Councilman Spitali, an ordinance appropriating the proceeds of the annual action plan and dealing with other matters pertaining to the expenditure of planned proceeds for program year 2014.
Mr. President,
Councilman Spitali.
move for final passage of 1350.
It's a motion by Councilman Spitali for final passage of 1350. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Kowinski. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Spitali.
this ordinance is to apply for funds for the CDBG. The budget is just about the same as it was last year, the amount asked.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call vote.
Markovich.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes?
Vines.
yes,
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Ulaki.
Yes.
Higgs. Emerson.
Yes.
Enosa. Opinker.
Yes. Ordinance 1350 passes 9-0.
President Opinker, that concludes the ordinances for final passage.
Thank you, Clerk Golick. Moving on, number 9, introduction of ordinances.
Item A, ordinance 13-52, sponsored by Councilman Kalwinski, an ordinance authorizing the city controller to transfer funds from one line item to another within various city 2013 budgets.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
I move that 1352 pass through first and second reading and be referred to council as a whole.
Second?
It's a motion by Councilman Kowinski, second by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor?
aye,
Opposed? First and second passes 1352.
Item B, ordinance 13-53, sponsored by Councilwoman Vines, an ordinance authorizing the city controller to transfer funds from one line item to another within the Hammond City Court 2013 budget.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move for first and second reading of 13-53.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Vines, second by Councilman Hinojosa. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
this is transferring of funds totaling $17,547.89 from four line items within the court budget to part-time salaries.
Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? First and second passes on 1353.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move to suspend the rules to pass 1353.
Second.
There's a motion by Councilwoman Vines to suspend the rules, second by Councilman Hinojosa. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Rules are suspended.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move for final passage of 1353.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Vines, second by Councilman Hinojosa for final passage on 1353. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call vote.
An ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Hammond, Indiana, designating certain areas within the city as economic revitalization areas for the purpose of residential, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong ordinance. Try this again. Ordinance 1353, sponsored by Councilwoman Vines. Need to read it, I have a message. An ordinance authorizing the city controller to transfer funds from one line item to another within the Hammond City Court 2013 budget. And the chairman called for roll call, and I'll start it. Markovich.
This is on 1353?
Yes.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes?
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Ulaki.
Yes.
Higgs.
No.
Emerson.
Yes.
Enosa.
Yes.
Opinker.
Yes. Ordinance 1353 passes 8-1.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move to return to the regular order of business.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilwoman Vines, second by Councilman Hinojosa to return to the regular order of business. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Back to the regular order of business.
Item C, ordinance 13-54, sponsored by Councilman Kalwinski and Spitali. An ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Hammond, Indiana, designating certain areas within the city as economic revitalization areas for the purposes of residential real property tax abatement, citywide housing infill program, also known as CHIP.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
I move that 13-54 pass through first and second reading and be referred to council as a whole with a public hearing for 12/9/13.
Second.
It's a motion by Councilman Kowinski, second by Councilman Spitali. First and second reading on 1354. Put it in council as a whole and a public hearing on 12/9. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Markovich.
there's a listing of different addresses there. I know some of them are empty lots or whatever, but before the next council meeting, I'd like to have the name of the owners of each one of those pieces of property. There's 19 of them. Unless they know it already.
You guys have that?
No, but we will see if we can get it. I think we can.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? First and second passes.
President Opinker, that concludes the introduction of ordinances.
Moving on to number 10, resolutions.
Item A, Resolution 13R-37, sponsored by Councilman Kalwinski. A resolution of the Hammond Common Council amending the development agreement among the City of Hammond, Indiana, Hammond Redevelopment Commission, City of Hammond Economic Development Commission, and Marina District Development, LLC, regarding the Marina District Development Project.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
move for final passage of 13R-37.
Second.
There's a motion by Councilman Kowinski, second by Councilman Spitali for final passage of 13R37. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
my understanding is that this was necessary to do because we're changing the structure of the $3.5 million into, instead of giving it in one lump sum, we're going to disperse it in two different time periods. $2 million will go into bonds, I believe, and $1.5 million into bank loans. And so we have to, in order to satisfy the developer, we have to restructure this to have two different deposits, I believe.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call vote.
Markovich.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Ulaki.
Yes.
Higgs.
No.
Emerson.
Yes.
Enosa.
Yes.
Opinker.
Yes. Resolution 13R37 passes 8-1.
President Opinker, that concludes the reading of the resolutions.
Moving on to number 11, new and unfinished business.
Item A. Ordinance 13-51, sponsored by Councilman Opinker. And ordinance amending ordinance number 8514, being an ordinance establishing a zoning plan for the City of Hammond in order to provide for orderly growth and development within the city, all in accordance with the comprehensive land use plan for purposes of amending various titles to incorporate provisions for the regulation of pawn shops and alternative financial businesses.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
I move for a final passage of 13-51.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Kowinski, second by Councilman Spitali for final passage of 13-51. Is there any discussion? Any discussion on final passage of 1351? Any discussion? Clerk, go with roll call vote.
Markovich.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Ulaki.
Yes.
Higgs.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Enosa.
Yes.
Opinker.
Yes. Ordinance 1351 passes 9-0. Any other new and unfinished business?
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
as I do at every meeting, I'd like to inform the public of the community and Crime Watch meetings that are available to all of us here in the city of Hammond, for those who wish to do good in their community and for those who wish to work towards the betterment of their neighborhood. On Monday, November 25th, Columbia Crime Watch will meet at Columbia School at 6:30 p.m. On Tuesday, November 19th, the East Hammond Pullman Crime Watch meeting will meet at 6:30 at the Ophelia Steen Center. And by the way, one of the board members of the East Hammond Pullman Crime Watch is a Red Cross volunteer. Her name is Ann Herbert. She has been deployed to help some of the victims of our recent storms. I just wanted to let everyone know how individuals in our neighborhoods volunteer. Edison Community Watch will meet on Wednesday, December 4th, 6:30 p.m. at Edison School. Edison Community Watch on the Road will meet Thursday, December 5th at the Golden Manor Senior Building. Wednesday, December 4th, Harrison Park Crime Watch will meet at the VFW at 5 p.m. Hessville Crime Watch will meet Thursday, November 22nd at the Gene Shepherd Center, 7 p.m. Irving Community Watch will meet Friday, December 6th, 9:15 in the morning at Irving School. Jefferson Crime Watch will meet Wednesday, November 20th at Jefferson School, 6:30 p.m. Lafayette Neighborhood Watch will meet Wednesday, November 20th at Lafayette School beginning at 6:30 p.m. South Hammond Crime Watch will meet Thursday, November 22nd at the Hammond Housing Authority building at 7 p.m. And the Pulaski Park Neighborhood Association will meet Tuesday, November 26th, 6:30 p.m. at the American Legion on Goslin. And that is how change happens, one person, one moment, one gesture at a time. Thank you.
Any other new and unfinished business? On behalf of myself and the whole Hammond City Council, I would like to wish everybody a nice, blessed, happy and healthy Thanksgiving. We don't have another meeting till the 9th of December, so we won't be in session then. Other than that, any other new and unfinished business?
Mr. President,
Councilman Emerson.
same to you as well, and your family, and all my colleagues. A happy Thanksgiving, and everyone. I just wanted to thank everyone that came out on Veterans Day to the Iraqi or Operation Enduring Freedom Memorial at Lyman and Douglas. Council people that made it, thank you very much, and everyone else. It's difficult. Veterans Day was on a weekday, and not everybody, was able to make it. A lot of volunteers, a lot of work went into it. We had a lot of elected officials out there. Home Depot contributed a lot, and I would just point out it's the only, in this area, the only memorial to Iraqi vets, and I think it may catch on. And, we've been there for over 10 years, and it's high time we honored those and the families that gave so much. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Any other new and unfinished business?
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Kowinski.
the Hammond Mohawks are sponsoring a Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday, Thanksgiving, and they are going to transport 40 military personnel from the Great Lakes Naval Station to the Mohawk Club and serve them dinner. And they're also going to provide internet access for those who want to use that or Skype with family. And they're also going to provide phones during that day so that they can be in contact with loved ones. They're open to people who want to volunteer or provide goods for that day. And if you're interested in doing so, please contact the Hammond Mohawks at 933-9823. And kudos to the Mohawks for doing this. Proud of them as an organization in Hammond, stepping forward and doing a kind act for the military personnel in the region. Thank you.
Any other new and unfinished business? New and unfinished business is now closed. Public expression. Our only speaker of the night will be Mr. George Stoya. Okay. Have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Councilman Hinojosa, second by Councilman Vanez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.